Hey, what's going on, guys? Poison Rain here, and welcome to a much needed redo of the Slimestone basics video I did. Since then, honey has been added, Hopper's functionality has changed slightly, and I have learned many more things that I think should be in any beginner Stickystone engineer's arsenal. So, first, we've got the core function of push limit. It is 12 blocks. As you can see, this sticky piston can move it, but the moment I add a 13th, it cannot. You can have up to 12 blocks that are connected to or in the path of a piston or sticky piston anymore, and it cannot push. Next, there is observer interactable blocks that are useful in flying machines, or hard power blocks, meaning the blocks can become hard powered. I will go over each of these individually and explain which properties each have. This fence gate here, you cannot hard power a fence gate, but it can trigger an observer. And it only does it once. You can see that from the arrows there and there. They will only flash once. So it is a good monostable that you can use in your flying machines. An observer facing into a fence gate, or trapdoor, now that I think about it, can result in a one tick firing from the observer. This next one I have found no uses for so far. That is the note block. The note block can be hard powered, but it cannot be detected by an observer. So you can see these pistons fire off, but this observer here does not fire. You can tell from the lack of red lights turning on it. Next up is the hopper, which cannot be hard powered, meaning these pistons here will not fire, but it can be detected by an observer when it has been locked. As you can see, it flickers whenever I trigger it. Next, there is the redstone lamp. It is much like, actually, we haven't had anything like it yet. It is able to be hard powered and detected by an observer, but since it turns on and then 4 ticks later it turns off, this observer will fire twice. As you can see, it blinks twice, meaning we get a double pulse, making it a lot more useless in flying machines than it is in redstone. Next, there is the dropper and dispenser. I'm putting them together because they are the exact same in functionality. The dispenser can just do a few extra things that usually aren't useful when it comes to flying machines and Stickystone, with the exception of course, TNT, but its core functions are the same. They're both able to be hard powered, and they're both able to be detected by an observer when they are powered. Next up is the sticky piston and the piston. Their core functions are the same. They cannot be hard powered, but they are able to be detected by an observer, but it results in a double pulse, just like the redstone lamp. Next up here we have glazed terracotta, slime, and honey. Glazed terracotta cannot be stuck to by sticky blocks, and slime nor honey can stick to each other. So as you can see, the slime slips by the glazed terracotta and the honey without a problem. And over here, if we were to do the same thing for the sticky piston over here, it will push the honey, and the glazed terracotta does not get slid along with it. And glazed terracotta is a solid block, meaning it will take in redstone current. Honey and slime are both solid blocks in Bedrock Edition, unlike Java Edition, where honey is a transparent block. The glazed terracotta cannot be moved by or retracted by a sticky piston. It can be pushed, but not retracted. And then another block that I have found very little use in, but I actually have found use for in my machines. I had used it in the mobile piston bolt, and that is glass. If you need a full block that is that does not conduct redstone current, glass is your friend. Next up, we're going to get into pistons and sticky pistons. Pistons, they will push a block but not retract it. Sticky pistons will push a block and retract it. This can be any block as long as it's not glazed terracotta. Next up is the immovable blocks. There are 7 of them. Obsidian, grindstones, jukeboxes, enchantment tables, beacons, pistons, and sticky pistons. The pistons and sticky pistons are movable when they are retracted, but not when they are extended. Of all of these here, only 2 of them can conduct redstone current. That is the beacon and the obsidian. The enchantment table nor grindstone can you even put a lever on, and the jukebox cannot conduct redstone current. And as you can see, if I turn on all of these, none of them will move. But with these pistons here, of course, retract, and it can then be pushed. Next up is the redstone block, which provides a indefinite stream of hard power, meaning that it is itself hard powered and capable of firing off any redstone component on any of its sides directly in contact with it. And finally, the trap chest here. It can become itself a source of hard power, and it hard powers the block directly underneath it, allowing you to generate this shape of powered blocks. But this is only able to be used as player interactable, meaning it's best used as a switch of some kind and less useful in the automatic arena. Next, we have containers, and this setup here is, don't worry about the redstone. If it boggles your mind, don't worry about it. These levers back here will dispense an item into each of these containers through droppers, and then these here will retract these hoppers. So these containers all react differently. The dispenser and the dropper, they, when an item is dispensed into them, do not react. The hopper does the same thing, as you can see, and when an item is taken out, it is not reactive either. That's not what I wanted to happen. But in the next 4 cases, the barrel, the shulker, the chest, and the trap chest, if an item were to be put into it, it will detect that. The trap chest also, when you take an item out, it is detected by an observer. The same for all 3 of these. Take an item out, detects it, detects that, and detects that. But when opening any of these containers, the observer does not detect it, not even with the trap chest or chest, but with the barrel, it does detect that. And the next thing that you can do in flying machines is rails. These are useful, whether it's for transportation of items or entities, or if it's just for, in this case, powered rails and activator rails are very useful to transmit current. They are indeed movable, and the two other rails, the detector and the regular rails, can be moved as well. If you're used to Java Redstone and you guys are coming from Java to Bedrock, do know quasi-connectivity is not a thing, and because quasi-connectivity is not a thing in Bedrock Edition, you cannot one-tick pistons. Unless... hold up. You control middle mouse, so sticky piston while it's... or piston while it's active. And then place it. But it's kind of useless in Bedrock because it deletes blocks. One ticking a piston deletes blocks. That is it for the block mechanics within Stickystone and Bedrock Edition. Next video on these Slimestone / Stickystone basics, I will be doing components, basic components, and then the next one will be different flying machines. And I know before I get to the outro, I know I have not covered observers. Those are such a big topic that they require their own video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you found it helpful, hit the like button as well. If you're new to the channel and you like this kind of stuff, of course I'm mainly Stickystone, but I also do farms and redstone. If you like that kind of stuff, then consider subscribing. If you want to keep up with it, then hit the bell icon. If you have any questions or you just want to chat with other people who are interested in Bedrock Redstone, then join the Discord server, which the invite link is in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a nice day.